Yo, y'all. It's your boy JYD here, man. Sorry for the absence the past couple of days. We was getting ready for a fight and a lot of other things was going on behind the scenes as well. But come fight time, I don't post long form videos like leading up to the days, you know what I mean? Be things going on. I gotta get ready for the fight, all that. So I just want to simply truly say thank you to everybody who showed love, who showed support, who came out, who sponsored, who did all of the things, man. You guys are like the dopest, man. Thank y'all for everybody who watched the clips of the videos that I posted up. So much has happened, but we are officially, mashallah, 14-0, 13 knockouts, one draw. It's, you know what I mean? It's the dopest thing in the world, man. Just some kid from West Philly who started boxing at 23 and turned pro at 26, and here we are now. Let me get into it real fast, man. Shout out to, first and foremost, I felt like in the comments I didn't get enough love on the fact that these are Dark Magician, handmade, hand painted, custom made Dark Magician and Blue Eye White Dragon fight shorts. Like, I don't feel as though we got enough love. So, like, shout out to T Customs for, like, always coming through with the dopest fight. Cause this is Blue Eye White Dragon right here, and this is the Dark Magician. And, like, so far, only one person, that was my young boy, hit me up in the DM. Little bro was like, yeah, bro, is this the, you mean, is this, no, I think he might have texted me, like, yo, is this the, yo, you got the Dark Magician on your shorts, bro. Like, hold on, you mean it might have been Accelerator or Lazarus, one of the two. I can't remember right now, but regardless, bro, shout out to the bros, cause they know. But yeah, man, like, you mean, like, yeah. Also, let's get into the sponsors as well too. Shout out to Halal Nice Town Eatery. If you in Philly, stop on by. Moss Boss on Instagram. His IG is Moss Boss 2020. Daggone Devontae and Freddie's Towing. So you mean get with them if you need your car told the time I told you. Shout out to my first ever day one A1 sponsor, Sadiq's Water Ice, because you mean it's Sadiq's Water Ice, the best water ice in the world. And if it's the best water ice in Philly, it's definitely the best water ice in the world. And that's just the bottom line. Shout out to him. Shout out to Sadiq's Water Ice. Shout out to Black Dragon, you mean. Shout out to Forza Sports, who, if you have entered the giveaway, Forza Sports will be sending you your stuff soon as well. So you mean that's always the best joint, man. Shout out to Healthy Boys as well. Shout out to Healthy Boys. You mean, yeah, man. So you know that handles that, but man, super dope fight. Daggone, man, my opponent was tough as a bag of sand. I appreciate him and his team for taking on the challenge of stepping up and accepting the fight as well. Initially we were going to be on another fight card, but things happened, so it didn't come through. So we scrambled to find a replacement opponent, and you know what I mean, we found one. So shout out to I want to say Jose Angulo and his team, man. Super cool people, super nice people. Ecuador makes him tough apparently because, you know what I mean, he was tough as a bag of sand. He had big heart. He wasn't no coward. He came to fight. He didn't lay down. And you know, he's, you know, he's a man before anything else. It was an amazing fight card. It was an extremely amazing fight card. To anybody who's on the fight card and you won, congratulations. Shout out to Baby Boy. Shout out to Baby Boy Price, man. You know what I mean? Dev did his thing. Came through. He got the big knockout win. And for anybody who may have not won, listen, you a man before anything else. I had a couple talk. I talked to almost everybody on the card, but anybody who won, congratulations. And anybody who didn't win, that's not the end of your story. Just because you didn't win a fight does not mean that that it's the end of your story. It doesn't mean it at all. You write your story. You control the pen on your story. Shout out to Nair Albright as well. Shout out to Nair Albright too. Because Nair Albright did his thing. He got a draw, but I think he actually won that fight against Frank Martin. But on top of that, if you talk about losses don't define your career, Nair Albright started off with a loss on his pro debut and then came back, and look at him now. So that's not a knock that he lost his debut. That's not a knock. It shows you. Bernard Hopkins also lost his pro debut. It doesn't. That doesn't. You know what I mean? And arguably Bernard Hopkins is the greatest middleweight to ever put on gloves. Between him and Marvin Hagler. Nonetheless, you gotta understand, man. A loss does not define your career. So if you did not win on Saturday, on Sunday, or any day, dog, that don't define your career. That does not define your career. Pick yourself up off the canvas, or, you know what I mean, even if you lost by decision, pick your head up and keep it up. Because like I tell people all the time, anybody in the crowd that comes out to see us, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the energy. We appreciate the love. But we know what we signed up for. Whether it's win, loss, or anything in between, we know what we signed up for. That being said, y'all can scream in the crowd as much as y'all want. Y'all can say whatever y'all want in the comments or whatever. Whether a fighter loses or wins, but especially loses, you don't got the heart to get in the ring and do what we do. So what you say only means but so much. And it really doesn't mean anything, especially if it's negativity coming towards an individual who has the heart to do something that you will never do in a million years. You'll never do it. You'll never do it. And if you did do what we do, guess what? You will be on 9 times out of 10, you will be on the losing end as well. So I'm not saying this to come at any fans. I'm not saying that we know what we signed up for. We signed up for the speculation. We signed up for criticism. We signed up for people hating us. We signed up for people loving us. We signed up for all of this when we decided to get in the ring. We decided to go ahead and get punched in the face for a living and punch people in the face for a living and do all of these things. We know exactly what we signed up for, and that's okay. But I'm just here telling you as a fighter, and especially as somebody who started late, a loss does not define your career. It don't define your career. A loss, you should not be ashamed of a loss. You should take that and you should use that to drive yourself moving forward and understand that the feeling that you felt, you'll never feel it again. Because to be honest with you, sometimes you can lose and it can be, I'm talking, you can have a fight of a night, and sometimes people look up like, man, it wasn't no losers tonight. The crowd won, both fighters won. Unfortunately, somebody got to have a loss on their record, but yo, like, they put on a show, and it's a beautiful thing. As long as you don't cower in that ring, as long as you don't, you know what I mean, as long as you don't cower up, you don't submit, and you don't go out like a coward, then you are 110% fine, dog. You can't win them all, and that's okay. You can't win them all, man. And it goes that way sometimes. You know what I mean? Of course, the goal is to win them all, but it doesn't happen. And that's okay. That is A-okay. I'm not telling anybody to go out there to lose. I'm just saying, man, if you lost, pick your head up and keep moving forward. That being said, man, it was an exciting night of fights. Like I said, my opponent was super tough. He was skilled. He was 17-3. I'm sorry, 17-3. I'm a liar. I'm sorry, 17-13. 17-13, I believe was his record before me and him fought. He's fought a lot of big names. He's very well experienced. You know, and he absolutely came out to fight. He wasn't a coward, and he did his thing, man. So I do appreciate him for that. I appreciate everybody that came out. Shout out to the promotion company. Shout out to RDR and 610 and Atlantic City and the New Jersey State Commission Board, and to the police officers that came out, the security, to the janitors, the people who put together the ring, the crowd. Shout out to my opponent's team. Shout out to everybody's team who came. Shout out to my team. But before I get into the personal, you know, always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost. Without Allah, none of this is possible. Shout out to Breadman, my pop, Brianna, Deja, Zoe, Kuko, Karan, Breadman. Who am I missing? Sean. You know, shout out to the whole team. Shout out to James Schuler's gym, that's where I box out of, James Schuler's gym, man. So yeah, this is just a quick little vid to just say I appreciate y'all. We are almost to 4,000 subscribers, man. So hopefully today, inshallah, today be the day we get to 4,000 subscribers. We're only like 100 and something short, I believe, of 4,000 subscribers. So please like, share, comment, turn on the post notifications, subscribe. We're about to be officially today, we're now right back to making more long form videos, at least one today, every single day, inshallah. So there's that beautiful John. But man, I appreciate y'all. This was literally just a video saying thank y'all so much, saying I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And let me know in the comments if I should drop the full fight on my YouTube page, because I just might do that. If I do that, it'll be a ringside view of the fight, so that y'all will be able to watch the whole entire fight. And I think we might do that when we get to 4,000 subscribers. So, yeah, but I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the dopest, man. I'm gonna see y'all on the flippity flip. Peace.